When I was growing up, no one talked to me about why Dad acted so strange. I only knew that I hated when my friends from school would see us. In the 60s, my mom read that a loving home could cure my father's illness. But his schizophrenia didn't go away. Now that I have my own family, I'm reminded that I was about my daughter's age when my feelings of shame began. My dad's illness motivated me to become a doctor, and over the years I've met so many people who've experienced the same thing, so much shame and silence. Recently, I've learned that over 450 million people globally have some type of mental disorder, but we hear so little. The silence needs to stop. When Dad was getting the right support and treatment, things could be good. But if not, the psychosis that took over his brain could be devastating. A few years ago, in such a state, my dad jumped to his death. I will never stop missing him.
The foreman on site, he was a friendly chap that I knew, and I popped in just to say hello to him, and he asked me a question pertaining to the award at the time. And as I was about to answer the foreman, I actually broke down in tears. And I was quite shocked. It was sudden. It just happened. And so I was shocked. Why was I standing in front of this man crying? And then, of course, I was totally embarrassed. You know, I, a big, strong, tough building worker, breaking down in tears. My name is Nick Moore. I'm 71 years old. In the 70s, I became an official of the Building Workers Industrial Union. And in 1977, I suffered what was then known as a nervous breakdown. Today, that would be regarded as a mental illness. I battled to overcome the problem, and this is my story. The outward image was a person that appeared to be quite overconfident at times in order to ensure that those people I was dealing with didn't detect any weakness in my performance whatsoever. But underneath all that, I was fearful that I wouldn't be able to succeed in carrying out my duties. A little stress is a good thing because it'll raise the adrenaline and it may even improve your performance. But too much stress will eat away at you, and you will then seek some way of overcoming the strain. In those days, your reward for doing a sterling job all day was to head immediately to the pub. I had noticed that the level of my consumption of alcohol had increased, and I wasn't enjoying it like I used to. But after X number of pots, I felt a little bit better, and the things that were causing me concern disappeared into the distance. But when I woke up the next morning, the problem was still there. I was spending an inordinate amount of time at work and in the pub, and it didn't dawn on me that I was actually neglecting my family. Nobody would have been aware that I was suffering from what is, I suppose, a disease, because part of the whole thing is to cover everything up, to make very sure that nobody suspects that you are thinking you're a failure, and therein lies a big and major part of this problem.